Welcome to Rush Reality. My name is Sam, and Quest users, Meta appears to have just set the countdown towards the end of your device's life. Let's find out why. So I've always recommended that if you're given a choice between which platform to buy your games, and Steam is one of them, then that's the way to go. Steam kinda guarantees your game catalogue for the long run. Do you want to jump into the newest AAA title? You can. Or do you want to play Team Fortress Classic from 1999? Well, Steam has got your back. But so far, Meta have also done a lot to convince you they're the people to buy from. They've given out lots of discount codes and made it really simple and easy to access the Oculus store. But what they've been so far unable to do is to secure the long-term life of your game catalogue in the same way Steam have. And things have just got worse. Meta has just made an announcement that from the 31st of October this year, Quest 1 users will no longer have access to Population 1. Pop 1 is one of the biggest games on the platform and it has one of the most active user bases in VR. That might seem like an insignificant change, but it's not. Already, we've seen Quest 1 users have their concerns raised because just 18 months into the lifespan of their device, the Quest 2 launched, and we stopped seeing new games getting tagged as Quest, and instead started to see lots of them getting tagged as Quest 2 only. Now you might understand that, because the Quest 2 is a lot more powerful, and there are things it can do that the Quest 1 can't. So clearly there was a need to separate things so they could get the most out of the Quest. But at least they had the games that they'd already bought and paid for. Well, now they're starting to disappear. This kind of locks you into a console-style upgrade experience where if you want to play the games, you need the newest hardware, rather than encouraging you to upgrade just to enhance your experience. And we could likely see the exact same thing happen to the Quest 2 in a couple of years' time. Don't get me wrong, I understand the developer's point of view. The newer hardware is much more capable, and their games are limited if they're trying to cover both platforms. So the only silver lining I can see here is that maybe the next update for Population 1 will really take advantage of the Quest 2 and push the game forwards. But I just feel this is much too early in the lifespan of the Quest 1 to start closing it down. For me, the best possible scenario would have been to run two separate servers. One for legacy hardware and the second for more capable devices. I really think it would be fair to consumers to expect a minimum of 4 to 5 years life cycle of a product. Let's look at gaming consoles, for example. The PS4 launched in 2013 and it's still being supported now. Even new titles are still being released with PS4 versions alongside the PS5 versions, and we're 2 years into the PS5's life cycle. Now, if we were talking about a small dev, I would understand, but we're not. Population 1 is made by Big Box VR. They are owned by Meta. That's one of the richest companies in the world, and I'm sure they could fund the support for that single server. Now, they have promised refunds for any Quest 1 users that bought Population 1 in the last 6 months, but that really isn't a long time. If I'd bought it 7 months ago, I would be absolutely fuming. They've also added that if you own a gaming PC, you'll still have access to the PC VR version because it is a cross-buy title. But that just isn't enough for me, and it could be a big hit to a lot of users. So, will the same thing happen to the Quest 2 in a couple of years' time? Well, it is likely. We do have to take into account the fact that the Quest 2 will have a much bigger user base, so there's potential to upset a lot more people. But we know Meta or Facebook haven't been slow to make these kind of calls in the past. And we've had a kind of bad run for consumers lately, with the Quest 2 recently seeing a $100 price increase nearly 2 years into its life. I feel like we could do with some good news for consumers, so Meta, I would encourage you to reverse this decision and at least guarantee some servers stay active for Quest 1 users, even if they can only play against other Quest 1 users. It will be something. But what do you think? Does this indicate a potentially rocky road ahead for Quest owners? Let me know in the comments below. Do me a favour and hit that like button so more people can see the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.